Hello everyone, today we will talk about the integrative thinking project. We are group 2. My name is Nico and they are my partners Rishi and Mark. This is our background. We will talk about the background and the stage 1, 2, 3, 4. Next is solution and conclusion. Next page. This is our introduction. In this society, due to the proliferation of the plastic product, environmental pollution has become more and more serious. This is no good way to deal with these plastic products, so many companies are now banning to the production of the plastic products to protect the environment. Our team will divide the problem in 2 models to discuss, and finally give you some reasonable solutions. Next page. First of all, I will discuss how to eliminate plastic packaging products in supermarkets. Because now supermarkets control plastic products very loosely, which has caused a lot of pollution to our environment. In this regard, we will discuss how to eliminate the plastic packaging products in supermarkets. I discussed in 2 models. Both models are developed around how to eliminate plastic products in supermarkets. But the goals of these 2 models are opposite. The first model for the government to fundamentally control the production of the plastic products to issue clear regulation to control the use of plastic packaging products in the supermarkets. The second is that supermarkets should allow the production of plastic products. Because if the production of the plastic is completely banned, it will cause a lot of trouble to people's life. Next page. The 2 core concepts of these 2 models are the first models fundamentally prohibit the use of plastic products. So as the eliminate to use the plastic products to greatest extent in order to achieve the purpose to protecting the environment. Therefore, the core concept is the first models to environmental production. The core points of the second model to allow this production of the plastic products. Nowadays, people's demand for the plastic is visible. Basically, in order to packaging of many products is since in supermarkets are made of the plastic. So the core concept of the second model is to facilitate people's life. So these are 2 extreme viewpoints expressing people's different points on the plastic products. Below, I will carefully analyze the working principle and the core content in 2 different models. The first model 1 is the environmental production. First, the production of the plastic can be cut off from the root case, and the supermarkets can be sales of the plastic products. Second, if the production of the plastic products is banned, customer will buy the other product instead of the plastic products, which indicatively also play a role in the protecting the environment. Third, because the government control the manufacture of the produced plastic before, they would switch to the producing some environmentally friendly products to replace the plastics. The plastics working process of the second model is basically around the convenience of the customer. Supermarkets should allow in production to the use of plastic products so as to make people's life more conveniently and will be more hygienic and the convenience for the customer. The price of the buying plastic products will be much cheaper than the price of the buying environmentally friendly materials, which also very friendly to the other poor customers. Next page. Regarding to the 2 opposite models, I will discuss the advantages of the 2 models separately. The first model has 3 advantages. The first is should put an end of pollution and product to the environment. And second is to raise people's environmental awareness is good. The last one is called everyone to use the environmentally friendly materials instead of the plastic products. In the other side, the second model also has the many advantages for the customer. First, is compared to the banning plastics, it's very convenient for customers to release the plastic production. Now in fast society, people often to use the disposable products. This method estimates the consumerism, the shortcoming. Second, it should give customers more choice, and the use of the plastic packaging will make the food shelf and longer. And the last one is plastic products can be cheaper than the environmentally friendly products. That's all my part. Welcome to the next one.
Let's move to the stage 2. Stage 2 is examining the models that there are 3 main problems which are When holding the model's intentions, look at what we are most value in the models and what is the problem we are really trying to solve. There are some key points. I think in these two models, there's no similarity in these two models because they are two extreme and opposite instructions on using plastic products. One is prohibiting and another is allowing. There are many differences in these two models. Forward to the above, one is prohibiting and another is allowing. If we prohibit all the plastic products, it will have benefits, especially different pollutions which comes with using plastic. If we allow using the plastic, it will also have some benefit that it is easily and conductively to products, and in some aspects, plastic is irreplaceable. In these two models, the value is fundamental that Model 1 will protect the environment from pollution, and Model 2 will avoid waste of time or other material to replace the plastic. Each model has its own benefit and not have the same one. The tension of these two models is whether using plastic products or not. I will adapt ways to solve this situation in the stage 3. The core hypothesis of Model 1 is all the plastic products can be replaced by some other material. While in Model 2, its core assumption is plastic can replace most of the products in the supermarket. Of course, these two assumptions are very invalid. Causal relationship is relationship between an event and second event, where the later event is considered the result of the previous event. Generally speaking, an event is the result of a combination of many reasons, and the reasons all occurred at an earlier point in time. An event can be the cause of other events. In these two models, Model 1 will directly reduce the pollution from plastic. However, it will lead to wasting and pollution from other materials. Model 2 will increase the productivity, but it will cause more pollution. For the stage 3 is exploring the possibilities that we need use 3 pathways to think and get answers which are all useful. The first way is hidden gem. By this way, we can create a new model through organizing and combining the valuable parts of each part and throw away those have tensions or had bad results, and also the rest of the models. In more detailed instructions, we need to explore different combinations and prototype this. We also need to combine the worthwhile elements from each model to create a new answer to the problem, and also make sure these elements are not in direct tension with each other because there may be many components to integrate. In the Model 1, we can use its most valuable elements that plastic products are strictly prohibited in certain areas such as the plastic tableware, plastic straw, and many other things. In the Model 2, we can use its value that some kinds of products such as food package, which must use plastic. In the end, we get an answer that supermarket can prohibit the use of plastic mainly in some disposable products and allow using plastic in some products. Next way is double down. By this way, we need to know that under what conditions could a more intense version of one model actually generate one vital benefit of the other model. The answer consists of one model and the key element of another model. We need to identify the best model and fill in the critical elements from the other model in order to find the leverage point and then integrate. In this way, causality is really important because we need causal modeling to generate answers. The outcomes are to extend Model 1 to include a part of the Model 2 that I care most about. It is beneficial for us to prohibit plastics in the supermarket. However, there are some things which must use plastic, and if not, there will be too much waste or pollution. Therefore, the answer of this pathway is similar to the answer of pathway 1. We can prohibit using most plastic products, but allow some kinds of products that can remain to use it. The last way is decomposition. This way is conceptually different to the other two approaches, and we need to know that how might the problem be broken apart in new ways, such that each model could be applied in whole to distinctive parts of the problem. It is used where both models are attractive and wish to implement them both at the same time. The approach seeks to decompose or break apart the problem space in a new way that lets you apply the opposing models separately to different parts of the problem without diminishing their impact or compromising them. In decomposition, we keep most or all of the existing models in order to gain a different understanding of the problem we are trying to solve. The model 1 can be adapted to prohibiting plastic in many different products. By the same way, the model 2 can be decompensated to allow using plastic in different products. Then in two aspects, we can get two answers which is the same intention, that's prohibiting parts of plastics and using parts of plastics. That's all.
Okay, stage 4. There are 3 main states in this stage. We can look at. Next page. The stage 1. First of all, the first possibility is the hidden gain, mainly by the creating a new model, combining the reliable things of the each part as much as possible to eliminate those bad and straightforward results. For example, plastic packaging for the regenerate food in the supermarket will save space and help preserve it for a longer time. However, it's just to use the cotton packaging for the Yoga, which will be convenient for the customer to drink and get better sales. That's to say, some packaging can be plastic packaging or not, but it needs to be determined according to the specific situation. The second possibility refers to one model to promote the development of the other model, and then to determine the best model so that both sides reach a level state. For example, we still advocate the elimination of the use of the plastic because there are many products in the supermarket development packaging is worth developing. But we do not ban the use of the plastic packaging for some products because it's to provide better convenience. The third possibility is to decomposition, which is how to decompose both models and apply them to a problem when both models are attractive to people. For example, in the supermarket, we can sell some potato chips in the plastic packaging and some in paper packaging. If the sales are similar, we can eliminate the plastic version. Next page. Okay. All 3 possibilities aim up at advocating an end to the use of the plastic, but not an outright ban. Therefore, in the supermarket, we try our best to reduce plastic packaging for the most products. However, for some products that need good selling and for some relative quick and cheap products, we recommend the plastic packaging so that the quality for the products and consumer experiences will not be affected. Therefore, according to the corresponding situation and advocate environmental protection and reduce the use of the plastic bags as far as possible. These 3 possibilities are all a successful integration plan. Next page. In the test of the first possibility, we can convert some of the outside products that are packaging in the plastic or not packaging in the plastic, but depend on the feedback that the food will cause damage and the user experience is poor. The second possibility test is that the development of the all plastic packaging or all not plastic packaging will cause the consumer discomfort. A third possibility is to test the same product in the plastic and not plastic packaging. We want begin the most reasonable to the apply based on the response. Next. The solution. Under the cost of the government, the use of the plastic should be reduced as much as possible to improve the environmental awareness of the society. However, plastic packaging should be practically used according to the actual situation, but it will greatly reduce the cost of the production and facilitate consumers. Next. That is the conclusion. In conclusion, we have described the definition and application of the 4 stages of the integrated thinking process. The degree of the use of the plastics is also concluded. advocating the development of the Moodle 1, but requiring the integration of Moodle 2, and then changing according to the actual situation, as this will have an impact on the producer, consumers, and the environment. Next. There are our references list, have the 3 page. Let's show everyone. Okay, that's all. Thanks for your listening.